I really debated whether to share this story with you, but since I always try to give you an authentic look into my daily life as a smoothie and acai cafe owner, I just couldn't keep this one from you. I'm sure you are all familiar with the popular delivery platforms like DoorDash and Uber Eats. At Reeves, we are also listed on these platforms, and let me tell you, it's both a blessing and a curse. Don't get me wrong, we are beyond grateful for the exposure and the business these platforms bring us. And from a customer's perspective, these services are obviously amazing because of how convenient they are. But there's another side to the story that isn't talked about as much, the restaurant's perspective. Let me give you an example. The other day, we received an order for a bowl and a smoothie. My team prepared everything, and when a driver arrived, we handed over the finished order. But here's where the issue starts. One of those items never made it to the customer. What happened between our door and the customers, we'll never know. But what we do know is that we were charged for that missing item. And this isn't a one-time thing. The moment something doesn't reach the customer, the restaurant is automatically held responsible. Don't get me wrong, we're not perfect. Mistakes happen. But it's incredibly frustrating when we have to take a hit for someone else's mistake. These delivery platforms already charge us high fees, which in an industry with such tight margins, it's tough enough. But having to pay for missing items that we properly prepared and handed over, that's where it starts to feel unfair. I'm someone who really values fairness, and honestly, I can't help but wonder if there's a better way to handle this. Should a restaurant always be the one to take the fall? Let me say this again. We are voluntarily on these platforms, and we are grateful for the business they bring us. But this is a side of food delivery that many people simply don't know about. Understandably so, if they've never owned a restaurant themselves. So, on behalf of all restaurant owners out there, if your order ever arrives incomplete, please don't immediately blame your favorite restaurant, because chances are we did everything right and something happened after it left our hands.